Happy New Year, everyone. And what better way to ring in the new year than with the current Raw Women's Champion, the man, Becky Lynch. This is from Elite Series 72. But without further ado, let's take a closer look at the packaging and then get the man out of the packaging. Elite Series 72, it appears they moved the Mattel logo from here back to here. Here's Becky Lynch in the packaging, and just by looking at the figure through the packaging, you can tell this is arguably the best Becky Lynch head scan we have had ever. You can see her I Am the Man entrance jacket and a pair of interchangeable hands, and I'll get more into that later on why this is such a big deal. Elite Collection Becky Lynch. On the side, we have a very beautiful picture of Becky. We have another beautiful picture of Becky. And on the back, her stats, a brief read-up, and I was there to see this. And here are the others you get in the line. Rey Mysterio, Velveteen Dream, Batista, who's now going to be in the Hall of Fame, Buddy Murphy, Roderick Strong, who I met at this past WrestleMania, but you already knew that, and Becky Lynch. So now, without further ado, let's do a New Year's countdown to 2020 again and get the man, Becky Lynch, out of the packaging. 3, 2, 1. And here is Becky Lynch out of the packaging. She is wearing her entrance jacket, and I gave her the 2 open, grabby hands. But before I take a closer look at the figure, let me just say that, like the Kairi Sane, which you had to remove certain pieces to get her entrance attire on, the same thing pretty much applies to this Becky Lynch figure. The sleeves, especially here where they're cut off, are very, very narrow. And the only way you're going to get her arms through it is if you take her hands off. There is no other way around that. You have to take her hands off to fit through the sleeves. I think Mattel purposely did that so we don't get the oversized accessories, whether it's fabric like this or rubbery plastic. It's less bulky and more form-fitting to the superstar, whether it's a male or a female wrestler. With that being said, now let's take a closer look at the figure. Here is Becky Lynch's beautiful face, and that definitely looks like Becky Lynch, right down to the scowl on her face, especially around the lips. Her beautiful orangey hair, it's even braided right here. She's wearing her entrance jacket, which is soft goods, and on the back it says, I am the man. It's still hard to get these jackets on wrestling figures with long hair because you have to manipulate the hair to go around. She's wearing a painted on, molded on, the man shirt. And the best part is the way the letters are painted on her chest and upper torso is it doesn't look distorted. It actually looks like it carries over very nicely, even when I arch her back and forward. It looks pretty damn consistent for the most part. Now to the hands. Not only do we get interchangeable hands with this Elite figure, but they're hinged. For the longest time, from 2010, day 1, to about now, I would say, the women figures, basic or Elite, would just rotate. That's it. The men were able to rotate and hinge forwards and backwards. Now, they finally gave us interchangeable hands, but now the hinge that goes up and down. So finally, the women figures have caught up to the men. And for the women, it's huge because now we can get Becky in her Becky 2 belts holding hands. So she can hold both belts, no problem. No open hand or fist, but 2 hands to hold 2 titles. So now you can make this Becky Lynch figure Becky 2 belts. It's the little things that make a huge difference. Go down to her waist, see her wrestling shorts. It's gray and black. These little gold rings, silver studs. There's black stuff on the back. She has fishnet stockings on. Look pretty good. And here are her boots. They're black. And those look like socks. I'm going to say they're socks. Black with white trim around. And like I said earlier in this video, Becky Lynch is the Raw Women's Champion. But she doesn't come with any of her 2 belts. The SmackDown one or the Raw one. But luckily, I do have an extra Raw one. So now I can give it to her. Now that's much better. But that's it for my review of Elite Series 72, The Man, Becky Lynch. Tell me, what do you guys think? And do you think we'll ever see the return of Becky 2 belts? Let me know in the comments below. But until the next review I do, I will see you soon. Me and Becky both have something in common. We're both the man.